So on March 4th, actually, I set up a light test on some inks and some pens and a bit of paper, I believe. And I set it in my front window and I let the sun hit it. And then I checked it on April 4th. And anyway, it's a little later in May right now. So I'm going to check this again and see how exposure to light has affected these fountain pen inks and a gel pen ink too. And there's a piece of paper in here also that I'll see. And the cat is here. So the cat's quite curious about this too. Anyway, so we're going to open it up. And actually, okay, so this is the side that was exposed to the light. And I had these little black tile cardstock pieces, and I set that in there in the window too to see how it would affect the cardstock. I did expect this to fade, and it has faded a little bit. And this is direct sunlight, of course. So yes. Now the gel pen, actually, this is gel pen right here. That held up really well. It hasn't faded or altered in any way. And as you can see, here's the piece that's covered and not exposed to light, right? Actually now, these inks here are exposed to light. And they're doing a lot better than I have been expecting. We've had some sunny days and some good strong light, and the window it's in is getting constant light and fairly intense light. So what we have here is Diamine Oxford Blue. This is a Noodler Black Swan, Diamine Ancient Copper, Platinum Carbon Black, and Noodler Walnut. So if you look at the pieces actually that actually that's quite interesting. What's going on here now? This is exposed to light and it hasn't changed. And that's the Black Swan swatch that I did there. If anything, it's gotten darker. The Ancient Copper, as you can see, this is Ancient Copper here. This is Ancient Copper here. Diamine. That's changed. That's faded a bit. Okay? But that's really interesting. This is the Black Swan. This is the Black Swan. Now that maybe I put down a lot. I would have thought I would put down the same amount, but it seems darker. The walnut has barely changed at all. Maybe gotten darker too. The Oxford Blue has held up very well. Carbon Black has held up very well. So I'm going to leave these in the window again. Put them in for another month and check it in a month and just see what happens. I expect the Ancient Copper to fade quite a bit in a month. Oxford Blue, Walnut, Carbon Black, Black Swan, darker inks, they're holding up well. I could actually use those for art drawings and be confident that a drawing framed, hung on a wall, is going to hold up fairly well with these inks. That's what I'm feeling right now. I wouldn't use the Ancient Copper. I would, it's a fountain pen ink, but I was expecting the red inks to fade quite a bit. But the walnut, the Noodler Walnut, and the Platinum Carbon Black, and the Diamine Oxford Blue are really holding up well. And the Black Swan is holding up very well too. So as somebody who likes to draw with pen and ink, I'm fairly confident that I could use Noodler Walnut for sketching and drawing. And if I ever framed it properly, using glass, of course, and hanging it on a wall where there's no direct sunlight, the longevity of the drawing will be surprisingly, it will have good lifespan, I'm feeling right now. So I might do some sketching with walnut, Noodler Walnut, and be quite confident that they'll hold up. I might actually try some drawings with Oxford Blue, and they'll hold up. I have been using the Carbon Black for drawings and stuff, and I'm very confident in that as a safe, light-fast ink. But it's nice to have the walnut, actually, because I do like sort of a brown ink at times. And maybe I'll load up an art pen and do some sketching with my walnut. And the Oxford Blue, I probably can do some nice drawings with that too. I'm quite happy with this result. I'm also quite happy with how well the white gel pen has held up. So I know that looking at this, I can use that, and it was marketed as a safe, durable ink. I know now that I can use that in a drawing or a painting for a detail, and not worry too much about it fading. So as I said, I'll leave this in the window again. I'll mark May 4th in the back, and I'll carry on. And maybe over the course of the year, I'll leave this on the wall, or on the window, and see what happens. What happens if I came back a year from now? Would any of these colors be completely altered? I wouldn't expect the ancient copper to be holding up very well after a year. And maybe even the black swan, I think, might change. But yeah, interesting experiment. Anyway, if you have any experiences with the light fastness of these inks, I'd love to hear from you. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I love doing little experiments like this with my art materials, and it's always interesting to test things and see how they hold up. So anyway, I hope you have a great day, and if you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye-bye.